Hey Erica, let's take a look at your week 1 assignment 2 drawing, your first drawing in. These are these are all looking I think really good. They're at a really good start right now, and the main kind of things, just trying to get the technique worked work through, trying to get some of the kinks out and just getting comfortable with the materials. I feel like you did a really nice job with those kind of key points. The technique stuff on the top and the bottom, for the side to side and the blind techniques, both look good. The blind technique looks as it should. You've done a great job of cutting the top and the bottom of the edges and then working with the stroke. A couple things maybe that will help. For the blind, the strokes don't necessarily have to go vertically, although that's one of the reasons why it's called the blind. But whatever is comfortable, there's not really much of a difference between, making your strokes horizontal or making your strokes vertical. Obviously you can just turn your paper and a vertical stroke will turn into a horizontal stroke, but whatever is comfortable for you. And as you move in to the next assignment, where you're working with filling in a variety of shape sizes, you don't have to keep them all the same direction if it's becoming a hassle. But you want to do what is the most comfortable, because as you kind of work with the blind more and more, you're going to want to reduce these larger areas where there's gaps between the strokes. And I'm not too worried about it, because 99% of the time this kind of just goes away on its own as you get more kind of accustomed to what the marker can do, and you kind of get more used to just working with the technique. But it's something to keep an eye on. Definitely not something to worry about right now, though. The side-to-side technique looks very good. I think the only thing I would say with it is that there's a few areas where you go and have kind of a lighter value, and then you have a darker value, and you can see a little bit of this modulation between the lighter red and the darker red, and that just kind of means you need to saturate the page a little bit more, just spend a little bit more time filling in. You shouldn't really see the strokes that you make for the cuts in the beginning, because those should be kind of thoroughly covered over with a fully saturated page. So that's one of the best ways you can tell if you saturated your page enough, is if you kind of see the understroke, underneath. What it overall kind of looks like is right here with the gray, what you have right there. This is a very dark, kind of very even spot, here on out, and that's kind of what you want, but throughout the entirety of the tile. Again, it's not like a big deal, because this is just the first assignment, and you'll definitely get kind of more accustomed to the markers the more and more you use them. So these types of things tend to diminish even as you get into week 2. You'll find that there's less and less of this stuff that's occurring in your drawings. The colored pencil ones, they look really good. The coverage that you've created, especially in these very large areas, like the white on the green tile, that's a very even amount of coverage for the colored pencil, and that's something that's very hard to do. And I thought you did a great job with all 4 of these, and getting some very strong amount of colored pencil, lighter amount of colored pencil. It'd be nice to see just a little bit more dramatic color change. I think I said that to Michael as well. With the red, seeing what applying a really heavy kind of strong blue over top of it will do, or working a lot of yellow into the blue to see what types of greens you can create. But the white and the darker colors are definitely where the majority of the colored pencil is going to be coming into play. But it's always good to be able to subtly adjust color with the colored pencil, especially if you can get the coverage to be as even as it is, over here. That would be something that I think you can experiment with a little bit more. But it's a great first assignment. It's nice, it's clean, the scan is terrific, all your tiles are on one file, and your technique and your material usage looks very good for this kind of starting point. So just keep it up, and we'll see you for your next one.